Know the signs of elder abuse and what to do. The Executive Office of Elder Affairs.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Chen. I am the Secretary of the Massachusetts Executive Office of Elder Affairs. I want to talk to you about a very important issue that our office handles. Abuse or neglect of adults who are 60 years old and older. Abuse or neglect against older adults can come in many different forms. And it's critical to know the warning signs and what to do if you see them. Let me share with you 6 of the most common forms. Self-neglect. This happens when an older person is not able to meet their own basic needs to a point that threatens their own health and/or safety. The kinds of warning signs might include not being able to maintain adequate food, clothing, shelter, and health care for oneself. It also includes falling victim to a scam that leads to not being able to meet one's own basic needs. Caregiver neglect is defined as when an older adult's caregiver is not adequately supporting the needs of the older adult. This can take the form of withholding food, not providing medications appropriately, not allowing the older adult to gain access to healthcare professionals, or not providing enough supervision, thus putting the older adult in danger. Financial abuse. This occurs when someone misuses or exploits an older adult's assets. And that includes using another person's assets without their consent, under false pretenses, or through manipulation. Emotional abuse is when someone causes emotional pain, distress, or anguish to an older adult. This includes insults, threats of harm or isolation, or nonverbal actions such as throwing objects to create fear and intimidation. Physical abuse are actions that cause an older adult physical pain, injury, or suffering. Sexual abuse is any unwanted sexual act against the older adult. This includes rape, non-consensual touching, verbal sexual harassment, actions such as forcing an elder to watch pornography, and exploiting caregiving such as excessively washing an elder's genitals. This also includes situations when older adults are unable to give consent or comprehend the nature of these actions. Some of the general warning signs of abuse or neglect include bruises, unexplained withdrawal from normal activities, sudden change in alertness, unusual depression, sudden changes in financial situations, malnutrition, dehydration, poor hygiene, bed sores, inappropriate clothing, wandering, unpaid bills, or compulsive spending. If you believe an older adult you know is the victim of elder abuse or neglect, please do not hesitate to contact our Protective Services team. Call the Massachusetts Elder Abuse Hotline at 1-800-922-2275. The hotline can take calls 24/7 including holidays, and will take reports for situations in any part of Massachusetts. They will forward your report to the appropriate local agency. For non-urgent or non-emergency reports, you can fill out a report online at mass.gov. Anyone, including the older adult, can report abuse or neglect. The identity of the reporter is kept confidential except under certain legal circumstances. You can ask about those exceptions when you make the report. Reasonable accommodations and interpretations, including ASL, are provided to facilitate communication with the older adult and their family. I would like to note that we are not a law enforcement agency. In situations where there is possible criminal activity against the older adult, we refer the case to the district attorney. The purpose of the Protective Services investigation is to determine whether there is a risk of abuse or neglect. If our investigation determines that an older person is unsafe, then we help them develop a plan and connect the older adult to services that will help improve their safety. Older adults who can make their own decisions can decide for themselves what services to accept or refuse. If the older adult cannot make their own decisions and the level of risk warrants more actions, our team will seek an alternate decision maker who can ensure this person's safety. If the investigation results in no findings of neglect or abuse, our team can still make referrals for services that may be beneficial for the older adult. For additional information, please visit mass.gov. Thank you.
The Commonwealth of Massachusetts Executive Office of Elder Affairs.